right, everybody. Yes, yes, yes. How are you all today? Yeah, Saturday night almost. It is going to be in a few seconds, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the Psycho Land. That is, aka here in our Psycho Platter universe. Yes, I hope everybody is doing very well. We had sunny skies and 63 for a high today here in Northwest Arkansas. Brandon, you are first. You are first in the contest, and it's 9 a.m. here. See, so if I had you wins today, you win today's Psycho Platter no prize, just like Marvel Comics used to do. You just say I was first. I saw you first. Da da da. Marty, how you doing? Huh? Huh? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Huh? Anyways, I thought I'd come on here for a while because I wanted to, and because by the grace of everybody else, I could do these. Like I said, this is my son's laptop, so whenever he's not using it and it's kind of quiet, that's when I do my shows. I know, not much consistency, but that's okay. We still are doing this, and that's what. You know what? You are too kind, Fred. Out of all honesty, and speaking of this, thank you very much because today I got on clearance. I cannot believe that this is normally almost $13 for a 17-ounce bag, but I got Starbucks gingerbread. Now, I'm not a big fan of flavored coffees very much, but it was $5. So go figure. And I'm just like, in the coffee stash it goes. So I can tell you guys right now, just like Fred here, if you're so inclined, please like with the thumbs up. I know it's kind of early right now, but like with the thumbs up, share, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about Psycho's Platters, this show. That's right. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here whether donations happen or not. It's the kindness of the VC, and there is still a VC. Okay, we are the island of VC Misfit Toys. We are the island of vinyl community relevancy. That's right. James, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Tim, thank you very much for coming on by. I alerted about, 26 or 27 members of the VC Justice League. Yes, I've got that many already that I try to alert now. Yes, definitely. And yeah, I love my coffee. It's my starting fluid for you people. Brandon, thank you very much for a cup of coffee. That's right. And that definitely, at least you can, in most restaurants, you still can get a cup of coffee for $2.99. At least that I know of anyway. When I started drinking coffee, I remember it was like if you went to a hole in the wall diner, mom and pop, it was a quarter, 25 cents for it. And it would, and you know what? If you knew the waitresses, you flirted with the waitresses enough, you could get away with a few cups of coffee for that quarter, stretch it out. There was this one waitress I remember with big cups of coffee, and yeah, she was fun, very fun, very very good, very fun to talk to in a special language. I have to be kind of PG here. The kids here next to me. You want to come here and show them the weapons? Now, YouTube, we're talking about plastic toys because he plays toys. Or are you just going to sit there all dejected? Oh, he's glued to his Switch. He's got like a plastic, I don't know, he's got plastic swords and things like that. He was so excited to show you 16 people. So excited. Anyways, thank you very much, seriously, both of you, for doing that. I wish we had those American diners here in Australia. Those plates you serve, guys serve up. You know what? Some diners are great. Some, and I do love me a good hole-in-the-wall diner. That's what I call it, where it's kind of maybe a secret, or at least it's a secret in the town because they don't really want to blurt it out. But, I don't know about you guys and your dining experiences in the past, but have you ever gone and you find this place and you love it so much? And this has happened to me a handful of times where you find the place, they're brand new or pretty close to brand new. Oh boy, he's wired up. He admitted it earlier. Yep, there he goes. And good Lord, you're a whirling dervish. That's what you are. Didn't they have a band called that? Anyways, so you find this place that's relatively new, just opened up or whatever, and you go for about. Oh no, yeah, I forgot to tell you, this kid, you know how I'm powered by coffee? He's being powered by popsicles right now. Popsicles.
Yeah, I showed them.
Do you remember when we were young and had all kinds of energy? The kid's got a popsicle. That's great. Yeah. You go have your popsicle. Yeah. This is how he's been all day. All right, I love you. Go do something.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. In the words of W.C. Fields, go away, kid. You're bothering me. No, I'm teasing. I love my grandkids. So after a few visits at the Hole in Wall Diner, okay, the quality starts going down. You're like, what's the deal, And then it gets to the, you let it slide once, okay. You give it a few weeks, and then you go back again, and you think, okay, well, maybe it was just a one-off, and it happened again. Now, I have a true story, for example, here. There used to be this diner that was on the edge of Rogers Bentonville. Actually, it still is. And one day I ate a patty melt. I love patty melts, okay? I love a lot of food. I'm fat. What do you expect? And so the thing is that, yeah, the stack of waffles. Oh, God. Yes, rest in peace, George Foreman and Larry Tamblyn from the Standells and Ted Alida from Alida, Jeremiah, and Haynes. All three of them have passed away in the last 48 hours. If you don't know who Aaliyah, Jeremiah, and Haynes are, the song Lakeshore Drive, Slippin' on LSD, do. And then, of course, Standells, Dirty Water. Those Boston people love that Dirty Water, especially when they play it at the Green Monster, the Red Sox. We have a place here called Mom's Restaurant. Been here 40 years. Mom's 84. She still comes in. See, that's kick-ass. And everyone loves her biscuits. Isn't that right, Fred? I knew a lot of women that I loved their biscuits. They'd be nice, hot, warm, and just come out of their oven. Anyways, back to what I was going to say. So patty melt, right? So I'm in the middle of a bite of a patty melt, and I chomp on something. And I'm like, what's the deal? I lift the bread. Would you believe it was a damn bread tie? A metal bread tie. I was so pissed. I mean, normally I can understand. I was pissed. I could have swallowed that thing. Could have where the haters at. Bobby, we'll talk about that in a minute or two. So this is my unofficial bodyguard. This is what Bobby Lashley has declared himself. Yes, hands are rated E for everyone, especially for George Foreman, Muhammad Ali. The biscuits are gone every morning about 10:30. Yeah, you snooze, you lose. Hey, how's it going? Yes. So the thing is, to you almost 24 people telling this story. So I got so mad as I take the metal tie out of my mouth, and I get the waitress and who I half knew, and I'm like, can you come here a minute? And I go, and I dropped it on the table. I go, this is what I just found in my patty melt. Why? She was so embarrassed. She went to the back of the kitchen, and she's back there for a couple minutes, right? And I'm here with, one of my girlfriends, and her meal was fine. I'm the one that gets the twist tie. I'm glad she didn't get the twist tie, but I'm sitting here and I'm going, and then she comes back out. The waitress does, and says, "We are so very sorry. We got a new chef, new cook." That's always been an excuse too. We got a new cook. Okay, well, you have a new cook. How new is he? Is today his first day? Has he been here 2-3 weeks? If he's been here 2-3 weeks, he better have figured it out by now. Needless to say, I didn't even have to open my mouth. But they went off and they're like, the whole ticket was comped. And they gave us free pieces of pie to go. I go, I'll be checking it for nail files. I know I'm horrible. We had a place here called Original Pantry House. What? Closed after 100 years? That's depressing. That is very depressing. I wonder why they had to close after 100 years. I mean, that's a milestone. Somebody should have kept it going. Cool. We also had a place called Snow White Cafe after a movie, of course, you know. Now we're Seven Dwarves part of the cooking and the cleaning staff? I don't know. Maybe Snow White took you to your table. I have no clue. But I love me a good. Okay, I like my eggs over medium. I call them goo eggs, okay? I have ever since I was a teenager. So over medium for the eggs. Sure, bacon. Can't have sausage links due to the potential diverticulitis. So sausage patty's acceptable. So eggs, bacon, sausage patty, maybe some country potatoes or some hash browns, right? And then, if I'm really hungry, a small stack of buttermilk pancakes or waffle, depending on where I go. That's my breakfast. And copious amounts of coffee. And believe it or not, I won't have to have lunch, you know, after all that. So no lunch and maybe a light dinner when I have that kind of a breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I do not know. I alerted, you know, all of the VC Justice League. 100 is crazy. Yes. Well, if I didn't already eat, because my son made burritos. I had a burrito earlier, and I was a bad boy. I had a broken package of Pop-Tarts. So I had, 3/4 of the package of Pop-Tarts. I've got a weight problem, and I obviously have an eating disorder. I need pancakes with tons of syrup and butter. Now, butter, I don't mind if I only get one pat of butter. What I usually do is I'll put it on the top pancake. I'll flip that pancake over so that at least it'll coat the middle. Then I'll put the syrup on top of all of it. I miss the days of IHOP having 3 or 4 flavored syrups at your table because I used to be able to mix them all. Now they don't do that, at least not at my IHOP. I did have frosted strawberry, but it must have been an old package of Pop-Tarts. No wonder why they were $1 a piece. I shouldn't be eating them. There's so many carbs in Pop-Tarts. I didn't realize it. Even the non-brand names are bad, but they're so bad for you. But I'm like, I love the damn things. They're almost like comfort food. I know, lousy excuse. I need to start losing some weight. Anyways, IHOP, I only go when they have specials, which is not all the time, but I was there, a couple weeks ago. So I know I've been yapping, 13 minutes here, and forgive me please appreciate your patience and time. I want to bring up something. I wasn't going to bring this up. I really, really wasn't, okay? But I think I have to. Maybe I'll be nice and leave the name out. But, so, I don't know. So this goes back to when I went off and I mentioned several episodes ago that 3 of the panelists were no longer allowed on panel, okay? And 2 of the 3 decided that they got butt hurt or whatever, and both declared in their own separate videos, we were never a member of the VC. We're washing our hands of the VC. Well, one of those 2 came back and tried to put a little comment on my last show saying my channel was cooked and that I should just give up. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've been here 14. Can I get up closer? I've been here 14 years. 14 goddamn years. Okay? You people love me out there, or at least tolerate me. And I appreciate the 25 people that are watching this right now. And the person that dropped that comment into my lap, I erased it, by the way, because we don't need negativity. I got enough of my damn life, let alone having to see some dumbass comment. And I don't even communicate with either of these people anymore. It's just the right thing to do. I do not hate them. I don't dislike them. I just, distance is what it is. But how dare you tell me that my channel is cooked? Every channel has good days and bad days. And this person that mentioned that to me should know, because they've had that too experienced. So the goal here is, to the person that left that comment that I erased, everybody lift up your beverage, whatever it is, and we're going to say this. Pray, Lord willing, that Psycho is on for another 14 years. Do you realize we have done, oh, he's wired on that popsicle. We have done over 880 videos. Okay? 880. Sorry, I fell back so far in my... Oh, jeez. Oh, don't do that, please. This table is not that sturdy. Are you doing good, Paul? I'm going to try to catch up on everybody. How am I feeling? I mean, I'm all right today. I was really depressed on my last show, and I apologize about that. Things happen. But this is therapy for me, for you almost 30 people here. This is therapy for us. This is our show. This isn't just my show. This is our show, okay? I've said this since day one. Go look at my video channel introduction. I even say it back then. That's part of the mission statement. My eye, as far as that's concerned, I still can only see through half of it right now. We got about 3 more weeks before supposedly it's supposed to go back to normal. I don't have a follow-up till June. Is that a bomb or a skillet? I don't know what that is. Yeah, everybody wave. That's right. Hey, Sean, how you doing? We're just diffusing and taking care of a situation. Yeah, well, I know. That's exactly what I'm doing. I ain't giving them up, and I'm not going to bring it up again either. I just want to let them know that I'm going to be here, Lord willing, for a long time. I hope so, anyway. Isn't that right, grandson? Yeah. He's a good egg, this one here. Just turned 7. Yes, he did. He's got a lot of energy, and it has nothing to do with popsicle. All right. Nobody wants to see your teeth.
I got a brand new face.
Lovely. You got a brand new face.
No, brain freeze.
Oh, brain freeze. Okay, well, always put your tongue up to the roof of your mouth.
Well, I can do
this. Nobody wants to see a 7-year-old. Anyways.
Brain freeze.
Oh, my God. See what I have to deal with sometimes, gang?
Oh, gorilla.
Okay. in my best Mr. Burns impression from Simpsons. Release the hounds. Oh well, so there are far more cooked individuals, you betcha. Especially in Hannibal Lecter's house. I mean, what? Yeah, I was trying to be nice. 5:16 p.m. Central Standard when this message was done from Rudy. Shows is better anyway. They always talked over you. Well, yes and no. Okay, yes and no. I really didn't mind when people talked over. If they had some points to bring up, I certainly wasn't going to interrupt. It's all good. It really is all good. I just wanted to state it so that you people know, this was not to incite drama, cause drama, any negativity or anything. None of that. None of that. I did not bring that up. And I tried to keep quiet on the identity, but you people figured it out. So sorry. Sorry, Rich. I got good detectives here. We got good detectives. 120 to go, and you'll hit the 1,000. I already got over 1,000 subs. I got about not that it matters. Like I said at the end of the shags. Oh, the shags. Oh, the humanity. But the thing is that not that it matters. I'm almost at 1,250. We did pick up, speaking of, one or two new subs since the last show, but they haven't been announced yet. I hate YouTube. YouTube takes forever to announce names. Brian, you're a good egg over there. You were my jewel of the Orient, sir. Yes, you are. Hang in there, Paul. You got to read the subtext in a comment like that. That more on them than on you. I'm not butthurt. I'm really not. This was just a learning curve. This is something that I don't want any of you guys to have to be subjected to on your channels. Erase, one and done. That's what it should be. But Randy, that was one of the finest moments in Psychoplatter history, and I don't know anything about that. I really don't. And what does the perfume smell like? Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves? I know. I shouldn't have used that pun, but it's too easy. Too easy. I didn't know that, nor do I really care. If I'm going to wear cologne, it would actually be, I guess, okay, maybe it would be more like aftershave. I probably would have Old Spice. I love Old Spice. And old school wise, believe it or not, I like British Sterling for cologne. 7 is a cool age for kids. I remember my boys at that age. I kind of barely do. They're 29, 30, and 36. I had to think about that a minute. Oh boy. There's nothing wrong with expressing intimate. See, thank you. That's what I thought too, honestly, sir. I was going to send Richard a Beatles stamp display with a book of Beatles stamps, but I wanted to see how he was as a person. Well, you know what? Sometimes being cautious does pay off. Sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be like that. I really, really do. I've had this show a very long time, and I have had to rarely, ever have to deal with any negative Nancy's. I know that almost sounded like a Ned Flanders thing, didn't it? Oakley dokley, neighbor, For any fans of AOR quality music, check out the band 6x6 members from Saga, Saxon, and Robert Barry. 6x6. I got homework, don't I? I gotta tell you guys something. Boy, did I trip on some prog, some old school prog. Then I'm gonna have Rabbit Hole again. 6x6. Thanks for bringing that up, Brandon. Seriously, I love Saga and Saxon, and Robert Barry, of course, from the band 3, which, if I remember correctly, was him, Robert Barry, Keith Emerson, Carl Palmer, right? Am I right on that? I don't know. I hope so. Because I think he tried cutting an album called 3.2, and Emerson was involved. I don't know much more about the legitimacy of that. But, so the ones I tripped on, I'm just leaving you up here for a second. For the ones I tripped on, Beggar's Opera, Raymond Street, oh my God, that thing is fantastic. And a band called Frumpy. Frumpy. Both German bands, but early 70s prog, and I was like, I dug it. So so that gives me those two. Camel, I got a lot to look at. What is it?
I ate 13 popsicles.
All right, that's enough. Did you really ate 13 popsicles today?
I'll eat 2 more.
No, you're not going for some popsicle record.
I
Oh, I'm
eat.
sorry. You're correct. That's right. I'll hit
I'm going to eat 1,000
You're not going to have 1,000 poopsicles.
And then I'm gonna have
You know, if they were made
I'm gonna have 1,000 poops.
See what I gotta deal with? I love him anyway. He's such a goof. Anyways. 1,000 videos, yes. And probably between now and I'd say June, we'll hit 900. We will, hopefully, Lord willing. No, don't show that. Can't show that. Sup, youngins? Hey, Jen, how are you? I like Richard, but you can't reason with him. Good to see you. You know, tell Croatia hello for me, Dino. It's always good when you can come over here. Jenny and Dave, you betcha. Randy, you betcha. I'm so far behind in the comments. I'm so sorry. We're going to get to our first talking point very shortly here. I appreciate you guys. I have 36 people in here. I appreciate your patience. Jen, Fred, da-da. Barbasol deodorant is a classic. Barbasol. That's the shaving cream, though, right? Barbasol? I didn't know they made deodorant. I've used Barbasol shaving cream. Trish, how you doing? Dusty, how you doing? What's up, Paul? F the haters. Do your thing like you always have. We'll be here supporting. And this, you know, subscribe to all the people's channels that are on here, okay? Dusty has got a cool channel. I think, unfortunately, it seems like I either have to have a day off the next day for me to watch, at least live, to be able to be involved. So it's not like I'm ignoring you, Dusty. I know you go on late. Hi, Morton, how are you? Yes, Trish. What's up, Randy? Morton, like I said, good to see you. That's exactly right, you know, and we'll get there. You shaved, Paul. I couldn't take it anymore. I really couldn't. It's getting really hot now, you know, or at least it's the potential. And I'm just like, you know, I only wear a beard for 2 reasons. A, I'm lazy in the holidays season, excuse me. B is that if it's cold, I'll wear a. You saw I got to Santa Claus length. If I let it go for another 6 months, it would have been Billy Gibbons length. How, stub my toe. Yeah, he did cut 3.2 record, and I've picked them up and should be coming soon. Yeah, please do, because I'm curious. I would love to talk to him, Mr. Barry. Make it 15. Fred, wasps up. Kid reminds me of myself. Kids in the house, turn your filter on. Hi. Unfortunately, he's heard a lot. Heard. Dust. Woo. My grandpa used Barbasol shave cream. Oh, see? Yeah, you know, they still make it. Although, you know, I just use an electric razor. That's what I do. Well, you guys are too kind. You really, really are too kind, honestly. We'll be keeping an eye out for when you do the 10cc album review, a band that doesn't get too much attention. You're right. And the thing is that I've had some people privately go off and say to me, maybe that's not the one you should have done. Maybe you should have done Mirror, Mirror from 95, because there was a lot more to it. That might be another episode down the line. But the reason why we picked this one is because at that time, there was some different things. There was additions and subtractions, if you will. So that's why we will be doing the next Jukebox from Hell episode is 10cc's 10 out of 10 from technically November 81 for Europe, June of 82 for the US version on Warner Brothers, their last album for Warner before they would go back to Mercury for an album. Oh, Lisa in the house. You got me wanting pancakes now. If I didn't already eat, I would be wanting to send pancakes too. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make some good pancakes, okay? Just like Denny's or IHOP, at least your good quality Denny's and IHOP. So you obviously have to put water into the pancake mix, right? So you put some water in the pancake mix, but you're going to have to do some cook math, okay? That didn't sound right, but a quarter cup of tonic water. Put a quarter cup of tonic water, or one of those little cans. Sometimes they come in 6-packs. One of those little cans, and just pour it in there. That's about enough. And that's going to make your pancakes fluffier. That's right. That's the secret. And that's because I had Denny's and IHOP people tell me this. Yes. Randy, how are you? Dusty, are you still streaming late? I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, musty, lusty, busty, crusty, fusty, dusty. Oh my. Paul McCartney wrote a song about Dusty. It was called Wanderlust. That was stupid. Here, teacher. Good to see you too, Jay. I need a 45 show from Ray. Yes, Randy, will you do a 45 show real soon? Because I would so dig it. We all would. I came across some 45s today, okay? Only one booth had some 45s. And the title here will explain that in a little bit here. I hate to say it, it's CDs today, no vinyl. I tried, though. There was some 45s, 50s, and 60s. I was this close to getting a Larry Williams on specialty that it wasn't Boney Maroney, okay, but it was one I've never seen before. And the damn thing, there was like a semi-deep scratch on one side and a teensy-weensy edge warp, and that's what pissed me off, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it more for the scratch than the edge warp. I recently started up again, Sean. I took a break because of being busy, but I'm back, and I'm glad you are back. Oh, good. Please do. This one is not going to be 1,000,000 hours. At least I don't think so. So if I don't get to see you live, I'll catch you on the replay. I love his 45 shows. I've seen a handful. He would definitely be up for talking. Reach out to his team and set up an interview. See, good. Thank you, Brandon. I may do just that. I'll look for you. Always enjoy your streams, Dusty and Lisa, too. Yes, use Barbasol shave cream, too. I find it, if it is affordable. It is. We carry it in my store. I just use soap. Which soap will work to a degree? Thanks, Sean. It's even more affordable. This is true. You just remind me. I gotta go get some more. I get Irish Spring, the 2 deodorant soap.
Wow.
Spinning wax for the insomniacs. Do it, Randy. Do it. Yep, sparkling water. That's right. Randy, what's your latest videos? Always interesting stuff you find. I just didn't get a chance to comment. He always finds good stuff in Michigan. I'll tell you that right now. It's kind of a little slowed down here in Northwest Arkansas. Benton, Arkansas, today just had a record show. It was their second one that they've done. And Benton is a little bit east of Little Rock. Hopefully their show did very well. They only had about maybe 30 to 36 dealers, but still. Hey, she's in my ears, in my eyes. Have you found any long box CDs? You know what? No. At least not in a few years. I'd say the last time I saw a long box was like 5-6 years ago. And I know my buddy Doug, host of the Vinyl Grotto radio show, he's got a handful of long boxes. Domino Vabuscum, Domino Vabuscum Edcum Spiritu. I'm gonna butcher. Wait a minute. Won't you eat my sleazy pancakes just for saintly Alfonso? I like that. I don't know what that all means, but I like it. Yes, I'm an Irishman. The 2 deodorant soap. They tried making another one. I think it was in orange or something, but that one didn't go over very well. Manly, yes, but I like it too. It makes me smell like nature. Not a farm. I don't do many streams because of trolls. Well, DJ, you just gotta kick the trolls out. Dial. Dial's a good one too. And usually what I use is Ivory because Ivory is like 99 at 44, 100% pure, which also happens to be the percentage of Psycho being right most of the time. No, I'm kidding. I got to give myself some humility. Does Paulina have long boxes? That's cool. Zappa. All right. So don't run away. I'm going to get some more coffee. Okay. I dated, oh my. You know what, Randy? I have two. We need to compare notes. Anyways, the smallest soap in the house. Me too. Anyways, I'm going to go get some more coffee, gang. So to the 39 people, please don't run away. I will be right back, and we're going to go to our first talking point, which I know some of you people may get bored with, but I thought it was half interesting. Oh my. That's all I can say about that. Just don't go away, please. After these messages, we'll be right back.
How are people not even joining you?
Ouch.
Why are people not joining you?
Well, because they're listening. I have people. There'll be some that'll come up a little bit. Oh man, two of you left. I told you I'd be right back. Hogs beat St. John's today. Are you a fan? I haven't followed them this season, but I'm glad that they did it. The last time I followed Razorback basketball was 93. I actually happened to follow them that year when they went all the way. Please and thank you. That's always great. Flowers and trees, she says. As long as it's not poison ivy or oak, we're good. St. John the Conqueror Root and a Mojo too. I like Mojo. I like Shindig magazine too. And of course the good old school record collector. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love. Jewel Akins, ladies and gentlemen. Never said I could sing. Muddy. I used to laugh at my parents for making coffee in the evenings. Now I do the same. See? Yeah. I should probably be flipping it to decaf after 6 p.m. though. You know what I'm saying? I refreshed. I'm still refreshed too. LOL. We are our parents now, Sean, and I have no idea how it happened. You know what? He's kind of right. Although, here's the thing though. My parents were not coffee drinkers. My mom was a tea drinker. My dad, I don't know. I had to buy the coffee pot in my house. I did. So true, Fred, and kind of scary. Because I got hooked on coffee at age 13. Now that we're relatively caught up with all the comments, an interesting little thing came up. An album review idea. Broadsword and the Beast. I'll look into that. I had that, but I think I ended up giving that to a friend. Maybe they'll let me borrow it. So let me show you the video first, and then we're going to set up the premise, okay? Now, this is a news clip, all right, from this week in regards to, well, it must have been a slow news day. This is only a couple minutes long. I started it at 4 seconds. So I want you guys to see this and tell me what you think.
Sitting here for years, It is on Main Street, where this priceless artifact has been gathering dust on a shelf inside the small record shop.
The thing I saw was up here. It said Beatles 1960s with a question mark demo tape.
It must blow your mind.
It does blow my mind because
Neptune owner Rick Fripp doesn't recall when exactly he purchased it. He assumes it was a Beatles bootleg, part of a record collection from an engineer.
this is the real.
Just last week, Rob went to his friend Larry
Yes.
to get some of his tapes transferred.
Yep, 3'7".
And a spontaneous, once-in-a-lifetime connection to music history.
Take it out, and oh my God.
That's what she
Jaw
said.
dropped.
Mhm.
And I almost didn't play the tape, but I thought, oh, let's just listen to it. So we stuck it on, and we couldn't believe it. It was like the room filled up with this sound. Never really quite heard before of the Beatles. So exciting. And we just sort of laughing. We can't believe what we're listening to. I thought it was going to be off a record, obviously off of the tape.
Place the reel?
I would love to.
This is pre-Ringo.
Yes.
It was a copy of the original master, the demo tape of the Beatles in January 1962 at Decca Records in London.
Famously, Decca is the label that turned down the Beatles.
No
What I
kidding.
think is that this tape is the one-to-one copy from Decca in the vault.
And there's 15 tracks on this thing.
You recognize any of the tracks right away?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
Money, Chic of Araby.
The Beatles' most famous connection to Vancouver was their concert at Empire Stadium just 2 years after that demo recording.
My dad drove me by the outside of the place down Hastings Street the night of it, and they could hear just like this noise of speed and stuff like that.
That soundtrack from his childhood has now formed into a much richer sound more than 6 decades later.
So you felt like you were good at it. I have absolutely I don't even know if I'd want to sell it, knowing what it is. Paul McCartney comes to my store and wants it, I'll give it to him for free.
Jason Pierce.
All right. So, yes, I wouldn't be surprised, but here's the thing, right? Some people brought up in the comments of that actual video, that BASF tape box that he opened up appeared to have been, that design was the early 1970s. Okay, the early 70s. Second thing is that even though the dude went off and said it was a 1-to-1, the way the story went is that he acquired this tape in 68 or 69, and based on what his information mixed with something else he said, they said it sounds really great, but chances are it is no more, so it didn't go any farther than maybe a second generation tape. Now, if that's the case, still sounded pretty damn good, right? But, if you go on YouTube, which is what I did today, and you listen to the 10 out of the 15 songs, and why do I say that? Because 5 of the songs from the Decca tapes had been released on Anthology 1 back in 95, okay? So I'm assuming that's the reason why they couldn't do it, or they would get the Beatles sicking on them, right? Apple Corps would get them. But the other 10 songs you can listen to, and you can listen to the Anthology 1 stuff. That's up on YouTube too. But they sound pretty damn good. For like 2 seconds, people threw a rumor out that it was stereo, like a true stereo tape. I'm like, well, hold on a minute. While I'm not an audiophile person, Doug is more audiophile than I am, and there's better people to talk about this subject. But I highly doubt it was stereo. You're talking January 1962. And the thing of course you're calling me, Mom. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just going by what the comments, but it says here, if you were to look up the word Yusahobo. Yeah, I know. Hello, Moto. Shh. So much for professionalism, kid. You know what? That kind of surprises me, considering that isn't that where they lived for a while? Was in Vancouver. About 10 years ago, somebody found a Velvet Underground demo tape at a yard sale or something like that. That's pretty damn cool. That is damn cool. What was it? In a church resale shop, I remember hearing this story. Something about they found oh God. They did some stuff for Scepter Records in '66. I don't know if it was an audition or a demo or whatever. Somebody found it in a church shop. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Yeah, look, I did talk to my mom once. Sometimes I will talk to her twice. That was True Stereo in '64. Yes, you're right. But the question here is in January 1st, 1962. Probably, maybe not, right? I mean, I'm trying to remember. See, I know stereo 45s were a premium for the record collectors in the 50s. You know, have I ever come across some? You betcha. But they want big bucks, or at least they did when I saw them. So that was one thing I wanted to show you. There's another thing I'm going to show you too. And that's because it actually came up on my alert thing earlier. And so you're going to have to bear with me on this one because I'm going to have to do some self-edit into the clip. So imagine on this day, March 22nd, 1969. Yeah, what were you doing? I was only a year and a half old. And well, I'm gonna go to where it starts, but let's say you were watching ABC television. You were watching ABC television, and you just happened to turn on. Happened in '69 from Paul Revere and the Raiders. And this is what you'd get.
Don't you think while making it the number one group in the whole world is here today?
Wow, you're right. I almost forgot the Raiders are here today.
All right, let me give you a little more here. We're going to go forward because, yes, the monkeys show up. Hey, hon, how are you? Hopefully doing good. Well, at least feeling a little better. She's down and she's been feeling sick.
I think that we might have broken the game. I was like Gojo, but like Gojo. Like it was Gojo for you, right? And you still lost.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at least that means they're going into the final round. The score is tied up at 2 points to 2 points. Which means whoever wins this round is the winner. And it also means that the final move that we're going to use to fight each other, the final awakened moveset is. Wait, let me go ahead and just go. Gee, I'm not going to talk about that. I mean, I don't even know. The weakest dummy, the weakest to go ahead and change your moveset to the weakest dummy. This moveset, right? Nothing is only this time. You will make the same mistake. Where you decided to try to set the fight against me because you're literally a loser.
Yeah, sometimes.
right, 3, 2, 1, fight! Go ahead and come up really quick. Dive. Come in. What are you doing? What are you doing over there, huh? Oh, that's the spear bump. That's the spear bump. That's the spear bump. That is the spear bump. Nope.
Then we go to another segment. Oh man, I hate commercials. Well, if you want Hulu.
You know?
Now listen, let me tell you something. I spoke about styles changing. You know, I'm with it. Now you're not with it.
I mean, in one sense of the word, you're horrible. In another sense of the word, you look great. This will help. This will help.
And obviously, forgive us being that this is a black and white. Maybe it was black and white back in '69. I don't know. Thank God we at least have it. All right, and then the last little bit, there's a bunch of music stuff that chances are we cannot play from some more local bands. So we get to the last part after Charlie the Tuna.
Hey! Sorry, Charlie, but only the best tasting tuna get to be Star Kid. The firmest, freshest tuna.
That's right. Me loves some tuna. And some red snapper.
Tell him Charlie sent you.
Yeah, tell him Charlie sent you.
I tell you what, we watch Paul and Mark every week, you know, interview people, and I'm happening, and nobody ever interviews them, right, gang? Right? So today, we're going to put Paul and Mark and the rest of the Raiders on the spot, because we're going to ask them questions that you guys, audience, you guys want the answers to, right? That's right. So, wait a minute.
That is absolutely correct. It's tuna-free dolphin.
Let's bring them out here and really sock it to them. Sock it to them. And here they are, Paul Revere and Mark Lindsay.
Two of my favorite groups. I love this.
Okay. We've got some real heavy questions for you guys. Got a lot of cards. I got a card. Right.
For the fiber.
Okay, it was moving right along there. Okay, this is my show, don't you? I watch the show. I used to get paid for it. Every Saturday morning, I'm up with. Listen, out there, Mark, it's coming to you, this one. When do you plan to get married?
Oh, heavy question. Heavy answer. Find the right girl and fall.
Typical Pat answer. You betcha.
If you were president, don't watch the show. What's the first thing you do? As the president of the United States?
I love them all, but yes, Mike.
You lower the voting age to 14?
I would.
14.
Okay, what would you do?
I don't know.
You'd buy Idaho and move to Russia.
That's what I do.
Hey, wait a minute. It's Mike.
I can't be that quick when I'm on the spot. Damn it.
You know, it's four, don't you?
What's the first word?
It's a does.
Okay, Doug.
It's Keith.
Okay.
Where is Keith?
I don't know. He has the phone.
Oh, Keith. Keith Allison, come on. You betcha.
We're trying to slow down the phonetic space.
Oh, okay. Right.
So we'll
That'll
really make it groovy and easy.
Oh, okay.
Nobody gonna do nothing fake.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay. Ask you my question. Oh, please. Okay. Wait, I'll do it. Keith. All right. Yeah, that's a question. You had a lot of work. It's funny you should bring it up. Enough. Okay. Well, so happens I have an answer here. Okay. Just so happens I know some pertinent information that Mickey and Mark
Sea chicken.
both practices. They're both born on March, not their birthdays are the same. No, Mark Gates been pushing out. I just happened to, I had some important information about these guys, which these two guys fell under.
And it's so funny how Keith Allison continues to land in the monkey universe in the 60s and 70s.
And they have a lot of initiative. And it says back here that they're very emotional. and they're great. They're often unrealistic, easily fooled by dishonest people, a little too reserved, and they're great lovers. It's,
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. This is for Virgo. That's my mom.
Another one here. Would you want some more? Would you want some more? Okay, well, this one's for you, mate.
Fine. He's part of the global warming.
Did you know you've been in a room when you're on telly and you're sitting there with them? Don't they get all excited and talk? I want to tell you something now. I want to tell you something about your kid.
I will. He's got two darling little kids, Jody and Jamie. You know what their favorite group is? Not the Raiders. It's the Monkeys.
Thank you, Jody. And you remember you came over to my house one night to pick up a puppy? Yeah. And my little girl came up to the door. She was scared to come out because she's madly in love with you. Susie. No, it's Jody. You got close to No, it's my dog, the one you gave me. Oh, yeah. Right. Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
You got so excited when you came over, she just turned to jelly.
She did?
Probably.
Okay, let's start with the next question then. Moving right along. Keith, here's another one for you.
Sea urchin.
What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show is... What is your favorite TV show? What's your favorite TV show? Happening Monkeys?
Happening 68. That's mine.
Happening 68.
No. I'm living in the past, mate. Definitely.
Just not to shoot up applause. Wait till it fades out. Okay.
Why don't you ask some questions here?
Mark, go ahead.
Just anybody.
If you could live anywhere in the world, Joe, where would you live?
Joe Carrero. Oop. What a hat.
I know you guys get a job in a Brillo pad factory.
Next question. The baby would take my... Okay, I'll take the mic.
I've heard that you're always on a diet, Paul. Is that true? Yes. I'm going to see how much I can eat and how fat I can grow.
I'll tell you something. I was talking to him backstage, and he's on something because he's jumping all over the place. He's a diet. No, that's a joke.
I eat all these cookies and
Cookies. Pop-Tarts for me.
Can't do a car commercial.
And another thing we haven't seen on this show is where the whole audience comes on the stage and gets interviewed.
What is going on? Spanish.
You see.
That's funny. Could you imagine if they did and they filmed it? I'm not going to lie. I would have jumped. I would have ran on there.
You had your driver's license suspended for fast driving. I had it suspended from my chandelier for a while just so I could remove it. Mark, and I knew it. Hey, listen. Our time for this next interview is up, gentlemen, and we've got to get going. But we'd like to thank all of our special guests for being here, right, gang? Let's hear it for
That's right. And this is what you would have seen back in 1969 on this day. Oh yeah. See, you missed the Tommy Rowe Merrily Rush bit, but that's okay. By the way, where do the guests stay there, Paul? Can you tell us? See, 10 grand. That would have been all right. Yeah, that's right. There you go. You can go stay at the Knickerbocker if it's even there. How about that? Did you like that? He looks like an 8-year-old in lifts. It's raining here at the moment. Yeah, it's just starting to get slow, slowly. Slowly sunset. Slowly sunset. Oh boy. Anyways, so I hope you guys dug that. I tripped on that literally today. Now, an interesting also side fact is that supposedly, now, I mean, we do know that Peter Tork by himself was on a separate happening in '69. There's a still photo that exists. He already has the beard, and he's on there. Some people say it's early '69 also. Now, you heard Davey yell March 8th, or somebody yelled March 8th, and he's like, you hear him blur out today. Well, of course, they taped it March 8th, and then 2 weeks later, here you go. They put it out then. But Peter Tork supposedly was on there, on Happening with the Raiders. And so it may or may not be true. I cannot get it verified. I looked in the monkey forums. He might have sang a song called Flower City. I don't know. If they ever could come across the tape, that'd be quite interesting, I think, in my opinion. That is for sure on that. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing real good. Got that, and that, and that. All right. So, oh, hi, Toby. Toby. Come on. Your fans want to see you. Come here. Toby. Look at the fans. Look at your people. They love you. They love you so much. Look at this. Such adorable kitty. Yeah? You think so? She likes listening to all kinds of music. Her favorite song is Stray Cat Strut. Yeah. One of her favorite albums, didn't you say? One of your favorite albums is Saga? Cats with Claws? Yeah.
Well, how are people not?
Also, Whitesnake, Kittens with
How
Claws.
is people still not?
See, you can get a Toby appearance.
If people are not even joining these.
I don't know. Please don't forget to hit that like button. I would appreciate that from the 35 people here. Thank you. Definitely. Like I said, like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about Psychosplatters. And if you care to, hey Chris, how you doing? If you care to, drop a couple little coins in the box for the coffee or records that I get to show you guys on this show here. And of course, this is the starting fuel. This time we got a DC mug. We got all the DC heroes today. Oh, I got to tell you, hopefully by next show, guess what I picked up for $1 today at a flea market? Kenny Rogers mug. Okay. I think it's one that you either could have bought in the concerts or because he had a, you know how you could order forms in records? It looks like that cup. Catwalk. Thank you. I fucked that joke up. Oh, well. That's right. Catwalk. That's right. Toby's favorite artist is Cat Stevens. See, I said Cat Stevens. She just took a look. So, morning has broken.
Aww.
Peace Train. What?
She's just drinking that water.
She's licking the water. What do you expect? She's a cat.
Was she like this?
That didn't sound right. Listen.
Was she like this?
Look at this one here. He's kidding, but he's like, Psychoplatter, your grandkid's nosy. Kidding. Yipes. See what you did?
But Toby,
he's hopped on popsicles.
Toby licked this.
Toby licked it.
Yeah, I did this.
5-second rule.
I did this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I gave it to
Toby. Oh, Toby's drinking. She's like, yeah. Hey, Toby.
She's like this.
The year of the cat.
She's like this. Papa Ball.
Noisy, not nosy. He screwed that up.
Papa.
That is a cool name. Yes. What?
She's like doing this. Good.
Yeah, I know. She'll do that. You know why though? Because I got to get her her water ball. I'm not sure what happened to it. I got to get it back out. But that cat was not spotted. It was striped. All that sugar's getting to him. I think so too. You know what? It's funny. I know some that do that too. Dave, listening to the Killers today. That's cool. Toby enjoys you know what? Why not? Why not? As long as it's not chocolate, because cats can't have chocolate or pork. She tried to go after the pork chop yesterday, but we're like, no, Toby, you can't even have the bones and stuff. That'd be bad for you. Then Morton says, hi, Dave. Tom Jones, that's right, Demon Berry Hill. Yeah, I was going to say, opening day is like, for some opening days now, I guess. Or, no, wait a minute, isn't April 1st opening day? I don't know. My Cubs better do decent this year, I'll tell you that right now. I don't expect them to go all the way, but that'd be nice. At least the playoffs. I'm going to get some more coffee to the 37 people here. Don't go away, please and thank you. Where we'll talk about the, oh my, yes, that's right. If that's not a name of a band, it should be. It should be. Cubs played in Tokyo this week, 0-2. We lost in Tokyo. Shit. Damn it. Well, thanks for hanging around. I even got a couple more coming in. Thank you. So we lost 2 already, huh? Oh, yeah. Don't forget Cat Scratch Fever, Toby. My former fiance's kid used to jokingly sing Cat Scratch Fever. Socks start Thursday. Yes, lost 2 at the Tokyo Dome. Damn it. Reds have been hot all preseason. Well, hopefully maybe the Reds will be hot for during the season. Black Cat, Janet Jackson. See, we're going to get you a Toby playlist. Could you imagine? Should I get a Toby playlist? That'd be funny. Put a picture of Toby. Does anybody have any info about most of the UK subs being denied entry in the US? Uh-oh. I don't know anything about that. Gutter Cats versus the Jets off of Schools Out. God, you guys are coming up with all cool kinds of felinonious cats in the cradle and silver spoon. I don't even know where Toby went. Somebody mentioned earlier, hang on, see if I can find that comment. Well, I can't find it right now, but working hard in the biscuit factory. Yeah, I haven't seen her in that tree in the last couple of days. Stray cat strut on lady. Communist. Yeah, probably. Meow, meow. Memories, how they glisten in the moonlight. Have a great day. Thank you, Dave. Back to work over here. Have a great day, everybody. I get to go back tomorrow. Hooray. Leave my kitten alone. That's right. Little Willie John, right? Yeah. Beatles, of course. They recorded that too. The story about Leave My Kitten Alone, and it was a legitimate. Capitol really did make picture sleeves for a supposed 45 that they were going to put out. This is not a bootleg, not this part. It was real sleeves from Capitol. And then they killed the project. Like they said that maybe only 100 sleeves they might have made. So if you ever come across, I don't know how you'd be able to tell a real from a fake, but you'd have yourself a Beatle collector's item. Also on this day, back in 1982, the Beatles' Real Music, REEL, was released. I bought that thing. But now I know before you say anything, another cash grab, you're right, but there was supposedly 2 true stereo songs for the first time.
I ate 15
And then-
popsicles.
Okay, you got to stop with the popsicles, okay? Seriously, your dad's going to have a conniption about 15 popsicles, okay? Even I didn't even see you
My
at 15. I saw you at like 3
blood.
or 4.
My tongue is blood.
Ladies and gentlemen, the future Gene Simmons for a Kiss tribute band with missing teeth. Ah, right. Okay, all right, Gene. So help me. The Love Cats from The Cure. Apparently, it's true regarding the UK subs. 3 members of the pioneering band were detained and returned to the UK. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Cool Cat from Queen. Wasn't that on, oh, God. What the hell? The one in 82. Hot Space. Walking My Cat Named Dog. It was supposed to be released alongside the Sessions album. Thank you. Yes, that's right. Which there was a true list, and of course the bootleggers jumped on that list and made it look real with capital real 1980 early 80s Capitol Rainbow. You know, I love bootlegs. I do. But when you were a Beatle fan in the 80s, you were rabid. You wanted to hear what you could find. And speaking of the Decca tapes, which we showed at the clip, and you can listen to 10 out of, well, you can listen to all of it on YouTube, okay? But those 10 tracks, they did sound really great. They really do need to put a legitimate release of the Decca tapes. I think Apple Corps should do that. I'm surprised they didn't do it like in 2012 or 2022. They should have. They own, I think they own the damn stuff now. They have to, especially if they've got those 5 songs that they used for Anthology. Oh boy, be nice to my grandson. What is that song in the 90s? I don't know anything about that. Me and you and a dog named Boo. Yeah, the 80s. I miss the 80s. How we can forget what's new, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Speaking of, oh my God, I still remember that April Fool's joke from 1983. Tom Jones joins Black Sabbath. Oh my God. People thought that it was real. Can you imagine that? Tom Jones in Black Sabbath. Walking My Cat Named Dog. Norma Teenager. Got Kicked, I Am Back. Kitty. Also the band Kitty. Presidency of the United States of America. I got to see them live close to 15 years ago. Yeah, Dave, she was Dusty Springfield. I have the Pittman press. Of course you do. Oh God, I shouldn't be funny, but that is. The unreleased Tom Jones Black Sabbath album. Could you imagine that? You got Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, and did Tom Jones. Could you imagine that show? That'd be horrible. That's right, Cool for Cats from Squeeze. 3 cool cats. Speaking of the Decca tapes. Oh, man. All right. Before I forget, okay, Tom Jones singing in Dio. Oh, Jesus. That's not right. And you know, that probably happened in an alternate parallel universe. You realize this, right? And in one of those universes, the Beatles actually stuck around till about 1976 before they had their 90s reunion tour and made a shit ton of money. But the 90s album did not do very well. It stunk. Yes, of course, it's not unusual to be in Black Sabbath, everyone. Anyways, so, yeah, Tom, oh God, Tom. Well, he did sing Kiss. It'd be a Kiss. doing Slayer. Oh my God, you people are killing me. This is great. So I ended up getting some CD finds. Okay, now these two here have nothing to do with the title, but I get into doo-wop. Okay, 50s doo-wop. I love that stuff. Free as a cat. Tried by Orbison. Yes, that's right. You got Toby is a cool cat too. Did you hear that? Toby Piccolina says so. So I ended up finding for 50 cents a piece at this bookshop here on collectible label 1990. Will you stop? You hopped up on popsicles. WCBS FM 101 History of Rock, the 50s, Part 1 and 2. Yes, a lot of 50s music on here. You're talking about a total of 48 tracks. Yes, and there's no re-recordings or whatever. This is the good stuff, okay? Collectibles always tried to go for the best stuff they could at the time. And just to give you little ideas, Delzo, What a Night, Get a Job from the Silhouettes, Still of the Night, Tequila, Teenager in Love, Bo Diddley, 16 Candles, Come Go With Me. There's lesser known ones. I'm just giving you what's in here. And then Good Night, Sweetheart, Good Night for Volume 1, Volume 2, a whole lot of shit going on. All I have to do is dream. I Wonder Why, Venus, Rockin' Robin, which I can't hear that song again after watching The Office and Andy punching the wall. Book of Love, one of my favorite 50s tunes. Blue Suede Shoes, Great Balls of Fire, Wake Up Little Susie, Susie Q, Short Shorts, and the last track from the Willows, Church Mills Bay Ring. 48 great tracks in the 50s. Cannot pass up. I will never pass up 50s stuff because I love, yes, that's right, Puff Diddley. Oh my.
What the flip are you doing? What the flip?
Remember, Pat Boone did create. That is true. That is absolutely true. I remember watching that clip live. Oh boy. Tom Jones drumming for Rush. One of my uncles was, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something that's very cool. I have that book. I have it. I just wish I knew right where it was so that I could show you I have the book. I found it at a half-price books the last time I was in Chicagoland, and it was dirt cheap, and I bought it. Then what a book. See, that's why I brought up that alternate Beatle universe, because of that. If you people don't know the book Paperback Writer from Mark Schipper, I would suggest you try to find it. I don't think it's been reissued, though. Hot Space is in my top 5 of Queen albums. My favorite tracks, of course, you obviously have Under Pressure, but Calling All Girls is another one I like off of there. Jimmy Page played session guitar on It's Not Unusual. That is right, Chris. You're right. I love that book, says Jay. Oh, what a night. Puff Diddley. Everly Brothers did rock. I do love me some Everly Brothers, whether it's on Cadence or Warner Brothers or otherwise. This is true. Now, I heard, and I'm not sure how true it is, that Hurdy-Gurdy Man, just for that one song, Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, John Bonham. So you have 3/4 of Zeppelin on Hurdy-Gurdy Man. Now, I could be wrong, but I remember reading that, and I wish I could tell you the source. Page was on early Tom Jones. He quit doing session works mid-65, probably because of the Yardbirds. Jimmy Page can be on my album. Yes, there you go. All right. So, like I said, the title of this, The Best Southern Rock Opera for Mystery Girl. Now, I kind of fudged a little on one of these titles, just a little bit. I got these for, how much did I pay? $3? $3. Not too screwy for $3, right? Yeah. So did you know that in 1997, David Lee Roth put out a greatest hits called The Best? Yeah, look at that. Just look at how he looks like in there, huh? Back in the day. Here's the front, here's the back. Rhino Records put this out in 97. And see if I can basically, it's pictures mixed with lyrics. You get one brand new song at a time called "Don't Piss Me Off." That should be in my soundtrack of life. Don't piss me off. Which, for that new track, you've got Steve Hunter, who was guitar player for Lou Reed and Alice Cooper. Freebo on bass. All right, I've heard of Freebo. I think he worked with Bonnie Raitt, if I remember right. Freebo did for a while. And then there's a Jack White on drums. Now, believe it or not, is that the Jack White we're talking about? Jack White could play the drums, and before he joined up with his wife Meg in the White Stripes, he played drums. So, is it or is it not the same Jack White from the White Stripes that actually drums on a David Lee Roth song? I don't know. There's no way I can prove or disprove that. But you got on here pretty much, like I said, other than Don't Piss Me Off, you got Yankee Rose, Little Ain't Enough. Just Like Paradise, Big Train, Big Trouble, It's Showtime, Hot Dog and a Shake. That's a cheesy song, but works. Skyscraper, Shy Boy, She's My Machine, Stand Up, Tobacco Road, Easy Street, California Girls, and Just a Gigolo, Everywhere I Go, Sensible Shoes, Going Crazy, Ladies Night in Buffalo, and Land's Edge. Yes. So that's what we got for that. Yes, Diamond Dave. Hang on a minute. Diamond Dave. David Lee Roth did doo-wop theme stuff. Alan Parker is said to have been on Hurdy Gurdy. Page been known to fudge with credits. Oh, okay. Just saying. Oops. Just saying. I watched that Van Halen Live from LA video from '82 earlier today. Diamond Dave was hands down one of the best frontmen in history. Never had a good voice, but had all the attitude. This is correct. Listen, in the Van Halen vaults, okay, we need a live, old school, with Roth, okay? A lot of shows were recorded off the '82 tour. Give us something from that, because that's about as close as you're going to get to have everything. You'd have all the stuff except for obviously anything that was on 1984. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I just thought it was funny to see his, because I tried to look it up. And he was real funny. Yeah, he usually is. I agree, Fred. Saw VH3 4 time with the original band, by far the best concerts I ever saw. I wish I could have said that. I always wanted to see them. My theme song. Do you have any Beau Brummels, Paul? Yes, I do. I've got... I think all I have currently is the one that Rhino put out in the 80s. That's all I've got, which was a decent comp back then. I have it around here somewhere. That's why I mentioned it, Paul. Don't remember my uncle at all, but my aunt did tell me that she and Mark used to know the Beatles and hung out with Sean. And see, that would have been cool, and I could see that, right, during the Lost Weekend. I got the Magic Hollow box, Piccolina, the Magic Hollow box. Now, that was part one. The next one here. Yeah, it's what you think it is. I love this whole album. I do, and I'll tell you why. Drive-By Truckers, Southern Rock Opera. You bet. Here's this gatefold here. You got this, and it looks like that, right? And then your back looks like that. Now this here, okay, came out in September 2001. All right, double CD here. The whole album revolves around Lynyrd Skynyrd. Basically, it's oh man, I got to see this tour that they did for this. Alice Cooper. It was Silvertide opened, then it was these guys, and then Alice Cooper. So imagine that for a triple bill. Okay, it was great. These guys, oh man, we might play. I'm not going to play all 8 minutes, but we may play a little bit of the last track, just about when we're ready to wrap up for today. But this one here was one of my favorite albums from that time period. Excuse me. Don't be sad. I know you're sick, but don't be sad. I'm here. I do miss you, though. I miss you very, very much. I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. Those early VH shows are really special. Never saw an audience so into every moment of the show. Now, I do remember, Sean. I don't remember which show MTV showed. You know, the MTV in concert. They did do a Van Halen when Roth was there. I'm guessing, obviously, well, maybe it isn't so obvious. They could have gone archival, I guess, after 81. But I'm going to say it was 82 also that the Van Halen did the show. And remember the contest that the MTV had? Something about you could win a weekend with Van Halen and you'd party with them and you had backstage. Oh, my God. I don't know what I would have done if I won that thing. I put postcards in. Oh, do I ever. Bradley's Barn, Rhino Handmade. The Rhino Handmade stuff is expensive. Believe you me, I would love to have the Monkees one, the Monkees Live 67, and the complete Raunch and Roll from Black Oak, Arkansas, from Rhino Handmade. Yep, drive-by truckers, you betcha. And yes, so the last part of this, yeah, you know, I haven't had this CD in a long time, from January 1989. It's kind of funny how they released this so quickly, okay, in January 89. Roy Orbison finished this album in November of 88. Roy dies in December of 88. In January 89, this comes out. So, oh boy. Here's the front. Here's the back. This was a Record Club issue. See if I can get a good picture here. You see his hand? You know, this almost looks like something out of a typo negative, doesn't it? Kind of the way they got that going. Here you go. Always had to have those shades on. So, at that time in 89, this was the first all-new album that he did in 10 years. The last time he did one was in 79. So imagine the guest list on here. Oh, my God. Seriously. Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty and three of his Heartbreakers, Jim Keltner, okay? So basically, you almost get a complete Wilbury reunion. Bob Dylan isn't on this thing. Al Kooper, Billy Burnett and Rick Vito, who at that time were in Fleetwood Mac. George Harrison shows up on 2 tracks. He is uncredited on You Got It, but you pretty much on that track, you've got Roy, Jeff, Tom, and George. All right, so a near Wilbury reunion on You Got It. Bono, T-Bone Burnett, Steve Cropper, and others. If you do not have this CD, go get it. It's beautiful. You know, You Got It, Mystery Girl. What's the other one I like off of here? She's a Mystery to Me. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff for Roy. Rest in peace. I can't believe he's been gone that long already. But that is the explanation of the title for today anyway. Let's see. Let's play some goofy stuff in a minute here after I play catch up with the comments. I don't know what. Oh, maybe I know what that is. Maybe that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. That album. Yeah. Well, yeah. Because yeah. Roy does a good cover of Elvis Costello's The Comedians on him. Yeah. That's right. I'm glad you brought that up, Sean. He did do a cover on that album. Yeah, definitely. If you don't have it in your collection, gang, just at least listen to it on YouTube and then decide for yourself. I would play some Roy, but unfortunately I do remember getting dinged a long time ago for playing something on that album. So instead, what we're going to do is I'm going to play you a little goofy little goofy thing here, and I'm not playing all of it. But in case, maybe you heard about this, maybe you don't. We're going back to David Lee Roth for a minute. This was released 5 days ago, okay? Now, slowly but surely, I guess, there was an unreleased album, okay, in 2007, 2008 that I didn't know about. He recorded a whole album with John 5. John 5 came back into the... Dude, who the hell hasn't played with John 5? I mean, come on, that would probably be the shorter of the list. Anything you want, you got it. Yep, top 10. But this one here is a little... The End of the Road was about him. Yeah. So I'm going to present just for part of this because he's not on a record company, so I hopefully should be able to get away with this for a little bit. But this is the last track that's been released, called Alligator Pants. What a strange title, but Dave's strange too.
I was flowing like the slow guy at Chernobyl. Those pants, nobody was spared. Alkalogic was making me hopeful. She was going places, I was already there. Frame of mind to walk around in when you got nowhere to go. If they speak body language, they'll hear the shouting and they'll know. Alligator pants, oh, here's what I heard. Pants did all the talking.
Anyways, there's your gist right there. Yeah, that's right. I said alligator pants. I know. It's kind of goofy. Now let's see. The Traveling Wilbury song, The End of the Road. Oh, End of the Line. End of the Line. And that video of just Roy's guitar in the rocking chair, I'm just like, wow. It's like what I would come up with if you asked me to write a David Lee Roth pop song. An AI. Well, like I said, they recorded it 0708 before he got back. I know that pick, right? So let me play you probably the last video that I will play for the day. I'm not going to play all of it, but we'll play a taste. Even though this was a smaller label, here. I don't care, US Bank. I hate commercials. And I don't care, Postal Service. All right. So let me play you a taste of this. This is the last track on the album, called Angels and Fuselage. This was very haunting in concert, by the way. It just really was. You had to be there. Anyways, you get the idea, but as you heard in the lyrics, strapped to this projectile, basically being that it's the last song on the album, they're basically talking about how that plane crash is going to happen during the course of that song. It is a sad piece, but boy, is it a good one nevertheless. I did love the 84 album. I'll wait. You know what? I do like that song. It's a very good Van Halen song. All right. You know what? I want a good laugh before I leave. What about you? I'm going to go off. I kind of miss shenanigans. And I'm going to go off and we're going to we're going to play a little clip, probably about a, I don't know, maybe a 15-minute clip, I would say. This goes back to Christmas Eve, if I remember correctly. Christmas Eve. It seems like so long ago, right, gang? At least it feels that way. I miss them. All right. So let me set up the piece. Let me set up the piece. I try to timestamp things to kind of like, dang it, come on, sit still. All right. Let's see. So this one here is called Alive and Well and Living on Christmas Eve. Just take a little bit of this. Some of our regulars are on this.
I mean, hair's not in anymore, you know, right?
Oop.
Bald is in.
Sorry.
Not just for kids only. Not just for kids only. Great record with Ken and Jerry doing a bunch of goofy songs. Yes?
No, Grateful Dead.
I'm getting called away, guys. I'm getting called away. Dad.
All right.
Christmas Dad duty. But hey, fun to hang out. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Nice to meet you. Merry Christmas. Take care.
We're going to
Chicken on the leg. Chicken on the leg.
Chickashay. Two different places.
I'm sorry.
Chickashay.
I heard there's a secret song at the end of that record if you play it at 45 RPM while hanging upside down.
Uh-oh.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But only on the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that'll cause you to do bukkake.
I'm pretty sure if you just say play it backwards, hang upside down in Japanese, it opens a portal to somewhere strange. So
I'm
good luck.
sorry. I was listening to
I had to
you.
be the one that explained to James what bukkake was.
I was listening to you, but unfortunately, what I started thinking of was if bukkake was played in reverse. If it was played rewind, that would be just so weird. Bam, bam.
Just let the sunshine in.
Could have been magical words. You don't even know it.
The password is Misty Monday.
Oh yeah.
You know, okay, I gotta tell. Okay, I can't believe I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, I tripped on a Springer episode on YouTube yesterday after I got done watching Monday Night Raw, and it was an episode from the mid-90s, and of course somebody has broke the record since then. But the title was "I Slept with 251 Men." And now I am just sitting here and I'm going, before I go and I mention who it was.
Is it Lily Phillips?
No, Jeff, did you want to take a guess at who around mid-1990s, so like 94, 95?
Oh.
Who? 251 Men.
No.
No.
Mid-90s, she'd be a kid still, no.
Felicia.
Huh?
Felicia.
No. I will say this. Another woman comes out.
Jenna Jameson.
Almost.
Okay, let me just give you a hint. So this other girl comes out and sits next to the star of the movie. And she was a fluffer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know you people are trying to figure out on Christmas Eve why we're talking about fluffers. If you don't know what a fluffer is, and I can't believe I'm saying
We can't be friends.
Yeah,
We can't be friends. You don't know what a fluffer is, Jim.
On almost the holiest of nights, we are going to explain what a fluffer is. A fluffer
But
is
see, I would have to take a pill.
Okay, well, before I get up here, ladies and gentlemen, what better for me to, I mean, this gentleman here has witnessed fluffing Dusty Spence.
I heard fluffer and I was like, okay, that's my cue. That's my cue. I was like, you know, Jack Daniels, eggnog, fluffer, I'll give it.
A tag with the bukkake and a fluffer nut. So the thing is, a fluffer.
Right.
Fluffer. Oh my God! I don't know if I'm gonna get through this. A fluffer is a girl or guy, if you're having one of those kind of movies, that will enhance and
keep them excited.
Keep them excited, so that when it's their turn.
Oh, to warm them up.
Thank you. And they are called fluffers, and they get paid not as much as the star, but they get paid. And usually there's anywhere from about 1 or 2 to 10, based on the largeness of the production. I said largeness.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer.
Was it Grace Kelly?
Annabelle Chong.
Really?
Tommy Chong's daughter?
I don't know. Jen, can you look up and see it, like if Annabelle Chong is related to Tommy?
Her name is Ray Dawn Chong.
I thought, yeah, Ray Dawn. I thought Ray Dawn was the only daughter he had. I thought.
If there's another, you know.
You may have another kid. Like you could have another
Mm-hmm.
So the girl that comes out there and she explains she's a fluffer,
Uh-huh.
ends up being a porn star later, and her name is, and she's a nice, beautiful ebony. Okay. Beautiful, thank you for looking. Beautiful ebony lady by the name of Cinnamon Love.
Ooh, I like that thing. Cinnamon Love.
With an S.
Well, I wish I had a microphone like that.
Seems like she
What's that?
liked
I'm gonna have to get a microphone like this. That way I could sound like a radio DJ.
So, of course, that record got beat. It got beat a bunch of times, and twice by a lady named Houston.
Whitney?
Yes, that's exactly it.
That was such a lame joke. I'm like, Whitney?
Elma?
And I'll give you a hint. One of them was a Bobby Brown. So, anyways, she couldn't take it. She went for a new edition of that.
Boom, boom.
I know. I should be ashamed coming up with some of
That was
this
good
shit.
when I got that.
Yeah.
I met Brown in Las Vegas. It was great.
Good damn show.
What was that?
You're correct, Marty, but that was, I think, in the late 90s, I think. I'm not sure.
At the Riviera.
Wow.
Yep. You were just standing there, you know, at the bar, and I looked at my ex-wife, and I was like, hey, that's Bobby Brown over there. I go, I'm going to go over there and meet him. What the fuck? You know, who cares? You know, so I went up to see my wife. My wife at the time was going, don't, you might get arrested. I went, what? We're going up and saying hi? I go, what the shit? I go, you know, so I just went over to him. I go, hey, Bob, thanks for the music, man. He goes, you're welcome. And that was it. They shook his hand. That was all. Like, damn, I wasn't going to get arrested for that.
That's right. I remember that.
And
There you go.
You might get arrested for anything at this point.
Remember, that's with an S.
You're going to stand in the tuba shorts and have a good time.
You know, why not?
This face, ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful, beautiful face, because what's going to happen is the next time you may see it on a mug shot, because she's going to end up stalking Adrian Vandenberg.
Oh shit.
Who the hell that is?
Whoever the hell that is. We played one of those songs the other day.
Dick punch, kick him in the nuts, everything. And hair short. I'm gonna cut it off. What? No. I just said that all in fun. That's all. I was just.
Yes, she would not. That is that. Yeah, she is just spoofing. She's spoofing, ladies and gentlemen. But I will tell you somebody that would dick punch Adrian Vandenberg, along with Bon Jovi, that no talent act.
Bon Jovi.
He didn't come up with his Christmas Elton outfit. He was wearing the Christmas Elton outfit on Joe Mayo's earlier.
Yeah. I couldn't act that again.
I feel so bad. Joe invited me onto that stream, and unfortunately, everything went late. I mean, I got out of work late, then I went to dinner. But what I was saying really quick, go up there. Well, Gene, thank you, and they go, and the problem is it wouldn't hurt him because he doesn't have one.
Mom, blow me.
That almost sounds like a bad Bond
We used to sing a song. We used to have a song that we sang about called "You Give Short to
He claims. I only saw 3.
You give shorts a bad
name. Well, I ate one later and I ate 3.
Keep it up.
Like, I eat like 10
Yeah,
later.
up too, man. I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah,
Midnight by
and then I ate 3 and now I'm still hungry.
That's right.
Yeah, because you don't eat actual food, you just eat frozen juice.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
What do we have in the future?
Burger Chef, and we know who can be the DJ. I can't believe I'm doing this. Behave yourself. It died in the room. Everybody's like, oh no.
Well, no, you had the text box up. I couldn't see what it was until you took it down.
Well, wait a minute, though. I gotta finish this. Happy birthday, Chef. Your birthday party will be at Burger Chef. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck, it's been gone since 1989.
What in the Yakima Canoe is going on here?
What in the Yakima Canoe?
I said that place was good.
I know it was good. That was one of the best ever. They were the first ones. They out-Fuddruckered. If that made any sense.
I love that song, that version.
What's up, William?
Merry Christmas, Wayne. Everybody.
See, my
Hello, look
dad
like a
always
Christmas
knew that Fuddruckers and something else.
Shit, I want to see it almost now. Damn it! This Christmas pimp.
Screenshot it for you.
Okay,
Yeah, it's quiet here tonight. Everybody had to work except for me.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna be Christmas pimp. Christmas pimp. Christmas pimp. Christmas pimp.
I took way too much.
All right, we'll give you a minute.
Mm.
Anyway.
Coolest background.
Oh, I was like, nah, never mind. It's silent, but deadly.
And here I am.
You know, it's funny, like growing up, it's like we always celebrate on Christmas Eve, but it's like every time my kids and stuff, their mother wants to celebrate on Christmas Day, so it's like I just got used to that. So like usually Christmas Eve we don't do anything.
Right.
It's only Christmas Day.
Right, Marty.
My daughter's birthday is Christmas Eve.
No
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the
she couldn't wait one more day.
Yeah. Now,
Screenshotting it right now, and I'm gonna messenger it to you.
thank you. My son here was only a couple hours away from sharing his older brother's birthday, just 1 year difference. By a couple hours, James. Can you believe that? I'm telling you.
Yeah, me and my brother Joe are 11 months apart. He was born in January of '69. I was born in December.
Okay, check your messenger. It's on there.
My daughter was born on Thanksgiving, so she's a turkey baby. Yeah,
My brother was New Year's Eve.
Cool. That's cool.
Yes, everybody does a turkey.
Gonna have a birthday cake. You have a pumpkin pie. That's
Ooh,
cool.
I can deal with that pumpkin pie birthday cake.
Now, when you're like born on the first of the year, is it just for certain babies or for the first baby of the year that gets all those benefits?
Ladies and gentlemen, Christmas, Elton.
Christmas.
Yay! I see it now on here too.
Kind of looks
Christmas, Elton.
Mellow D kind of looks like Roy Wood.
Yeah,
When did
right.
Elton John grow a beard? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Reminds me of Roy Wood.
It's like Elton and Mark Hudson had a baby.
Yeah, right.
You have to put a patch over one of your.
That hat almost looks like he's trying to play in the musical for Strawberry Shortcake.
Yeah. Hey, we got to be accurate. So then.
Yep.
So are you gonna?
Only a couple more minutes of this.
Yeah, there you go. I see Crocodile Rock too.
Oh, hell no.
Oh boy.
Except for those southern animal lovers in Florida, they changed the lyrics to and they call it crocodile cock. An alligator cock. Don't ask me. Go talk to Dr. Kurt Connors, the lizard. He can
I'm gonna potato a cannon.
Right, all that shit and the references all into one sentence.
Damn, you're good.
Where is this show gone?
Exactly.
Listen, I've been saying that for 3.5 fucking years. Where is it, man? I'm still here.
Me too. They tried to kill me like 3 times in the hospital. Here I am.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Still
I
here.
literally just Googled word for word, do crocodiles have cocks?
Wow.
They gotta have something.
Apparently.
Ooh, that's.
They gotta have
I'd love to see
something.
that.
Why wouldn't they?
You want me to read what a PBS
Yes,
has?
I would like you to do that while we have reindeer here. Reindeer up here.
The males actually have to speak, so you can just put them on the deep of like the the anal and reproductive ovary. With the older ones, you just put them on their back, put your hand in their cloaca, and decide if you feel something or not.
Oh no.
We didn't need to know this. We didn't need to know.
Who has that big death wish to be playing around with a crocodile?
It was in somebody's pay grade that they had to do it. I guess some
Yeah,
such
right.
like,
Not a Merkin.
For dirty jobs.
I took my mother grocery shopping on last Friday, and we did buy her a wig. But it was attending us was appalled at my mother's pickiness about not getting to put one on Friday. That's policy, blah, 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 blah. So when my mom is aggravated
It's
one
what you do.
salesperson, I
And it's that
was
you for
distracted the other by telling her, asking her if she knew what a Merkin was.
Did you know the Merkin man, the Merkin man, the Merkin man?
I gotta get a mic at that.
Because she sent those to the store. Yeah, probably. It's called a Merkin. They're a necessity. Probably a lot in this area of Northwest Arkansas. Well, I'll get a catalog and check them out. Here you go.
okay, Beetle Babe. Now you go online, Beetle Babe, and see if we can find a website that sells them.
I gotta go.
Wait a minute. Merkins are
I don't know if you can show it though.
Me too.
I don't think
I miss her.
they don't look like a vagina or anything. I mean, they're just.
No, but they're gonna show it displayed on a vagina.
No, but I gotta find it.
That's what will happen.
That reaction was
Even
priceless.
if it's a mannequin vagina.
And I found one that looks like a Christmas tree.
Awesome.
I don't want to know if there's an animal only fans. That makes me nervous.
Ooh.
These look a little too realistic, and I am concerned.
Does it have Christmas lights and everything?
Yeah, I wouldn't take that chance.
I was concerned the first time I heard about it.
Brad, like, where did you cut this hair from? I know, for you.
Well, it's like,
And apparently on Amazon, you can't search this Merkin. It says kitty carpet.
oh.
And that's where I've been seeing that wording. I was like, oh my god.
I didn't think they still produce Merkins because, I mean, hair's not in anymore, you know, right? Bald is
Yeah,
in.
but they
you
do
know?
it for movies. They do it for other kinds of reasons.
Hey, when I went in for my AFib surgery, you know, the nurse comes in and she's like, okay, it's time. I go, She looked at me and she goes, "That's not funny." I go, "Well, where I'm from, that's really funny."
What's up, Dark Wizard?
Wait, I didn't have chips.
You're all lighten up. I'm the one who's getting cut open, damn it.
When I do a shit, I have to make something funny out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, I tell the truth, I didn't know anything about Merkin until like last year. I didn't know that Merkins really existed in what they were.
I get you one, and you can get one back. What?
Oh, he was great.
Those aren't my videos.
You wouldn't
So I'm gonna have to add pop. Yeah.
Oh, but he could.
Oh, he's hysterical, man. He's hysterical.
Oh, I miss him.
You know, we could ask Wally Gator.
Don't be swinging like that. They're not mine.
There you go. Wally Gator.
Marlon Merkin on Saturday night.
You can have one.
I always loved how he always
think
says,
they're called
and Jim here is going to
Just put the rest back, okay?
That's right. I'll open it for you.
I was watching Pete Gall's show, Paul. Some good rock Christmas.
Banana gun.
Oh, always has.
Banana gun.
Playing out to Colin James and the Little Big Band.
Banana double gun.
Christmas CD. Parts made in salt water, not fresh. Don't make that mistake. You have to look for rock
Personal experience.
or Gator Club, okay? It's a big day. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm back. Got my bed moving down. Okay.
Nice.
I should thank you.
Sorry, you're not feeling good.
Yeah, she broke her last bed. I think that she made the guy pay for it, so. I'm just kidding.
That's a good reason to break your bed, I guess. You know, you had to break a bed, you might as well do it that way.
Now watch, where's my phone? I'm gonna get a message from Lisa right now going, why did you say that? We're gonna believe it.
Anyways, I gotta say, it's like, I'm back. Got my bed moving down.
I'm back, man. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You betcha.
Right after
I'm gonna have to go put my rib brace on.
Okay, then, boss.
Say I got you to go.
Be sure to pick up your Star Wars Merkin on the way out.
Strong one he is.
The first we went, that's F-U-R-C-E. The first we went here.
Special edition Chewbacca one. There you go.
It's always seems that way.
Hold on 1 second. Jen, can you do me a favor since you brought this up? Can you pull up on Urban Dictionary? Chewbacca.
There's got to be something.
There
There's
is.
got to be
That's why I'm
something.
making her look it up. It's there. It exists.
It's the Chewbacca.
It's
probably has something to do with the mouth.
Yes, it is. Just anything with Shannon, I try to watch a little bit of it for. Well, this is almost over for today on that episode.
And pinch the fuck out of her nipples so when she screams, it sounds like Chewbacca.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Now you learned something new today, Lacag. Merry Christmas.
That's right. Merry Christmas. I miss that stuff. I'll take. At least we got stuff, with Shannon. That's why we do this. Ho ho ho. Anyways, gang, I want to appreciate the 28 people that are here. We got to. I think we almost touched 40 people. That didn't sound right, but I know where I'm going on that. And I just appreciate you guys taking your time out to be able to do this, to be able to come here and stick around for whether it be a little bit or a lot. Yeah, Marty. That's right, Marty. And see, and we got that. You're welcome. Like I said, I try to come up with different shenanigans videos from time to time. Next episode, I'll try to pull a Beans episode a little bit. because we try to remember those guys. I only have so much though. Out of the 880 videos that I have on the channel, I only have so much with Shannon, and I only have so much with Kevin. So it is what it is. But yes, that's right. Yeah. there you go. But truthfully, I just want to really thank you guys. I always thank you guys for being here when you can. I can't ask for anything else. Thank you for coming and helping to share with the therapy sessions known as Psychos Platters. You guys are amazing, okay? You really are. I'm not bullshitting you. I would never bullshit you, okay? I try to be honest as much as possible. But being that it's just 7 on the nose and we literally hit 2 hours, which is good because I haven't done a 2-hour in a while. That's what he said and she said. But until next time, guys, always remember, powered by coffee each and every time. And this last standard. Psychos Platters is a Love Peace production.